Right, had the guitar for about a week now, so I could probably talk about it a little bit in a bit more detail. Had one issue that needed a little bit of tweaking, but we'll get into it. So on the first video, I talked a lot about the action seam low. You could hear the frets buzzing out, sort of all up and down the neck. I didn't think it was too bad, but after a little bit of playing, I noticed that frets 1, 2, and 3 on the B and the E string were pretty much dead. So then I thought maybe it was a nut problem, but the nut is cut beautifully. That was perfect. So my next thought was the truss rod. So first fret, 12th fret, there should be a little bit of a gap under the 6th fret, but it was hitting pretty hard. And I double checked it with a notched straight edge, and yeah, there was a little bit of a wobble in it. So just a couple of minor little turns with the truss rod, and that took away all the dead spot issues. And there might still be a little bit of buzzing, a little bit low in some spots, but other than that, the action is fine. No dead notes anywhere. While I had it on the bench, I got the fret rocker and checked every fret. There was a couple that were maybe a little bit high, but I'm not going to do anything about it. They were close enough to perfect. The fret ends are really good. A lot of attention to detail there, I'd say. Nothing sticking out, nothing is bad at all. I took one of the tremolo springs out. It was really stiff out of the box, so just loosened it up so you can do those gentle bends. Check the weight, 3.1 kilos I think it was. That's pretty good. Strat weight, fairly light, not bad at all. The neck shape is interesting. I'd say it's fairly thin. It's a fairly thin with I think it's a 14-inch radius, so very flat, very thin. It kind of reminds me of an Ibanez AZ. So it's not that super slim Ibanez stuff, but definitely on the thinner side. But very, very comfortable though. Very comfortable. Now the pickups sound great. They're probably a little bit more of like a modern Strat. The singles. The humbucker is nice too. But what I was really surprised with is the middle pickup. Normally on a Strat, you ignore the middle pickup, but this one's really nice. I'm a big fan. So I guess people would say, like, is it a good guitar for the money? I think it's just a good guitar. You don't need to say for the money, because that kind of implies that if you spend more money, you're going to get a better guitar, which I don't know if that's necessarily the case all the time. This thing stays in tune really well. It feels good, it looks good, and it sounds good. That's a good guitar, no matter what the price range. But the fact that they're doing it for this money is insane. Love or hate the Relic job, a lot of time and effort goes into it. So they've done a really good job. Yeah, I definitely recommend this guitar. I mean, if this was your one electric guitar, you could do much worse. You could do much worse, that's for sure. I'm interested to try some more of the artist guitars, that Telly style one. See what that's like. But yeah, I wouldn't mind putting it up against some more guitars in the price range. I think it'll hold its own alright. Yeah.